Former Chairman, National Reconciliation Committee of the PDP, Senator Ahmed Makarfi, in this interview makes a post-mortem assessment of the recently held National Convention of the party, and throws light on his speculated 2019 presidential ambition. He spoke with MUIIWAOYINLOLA. Would you say the last convention of your party was a success or a failure, considering the fact one of the chairmanship aspirants stormed out of the convention ground in protest and another has instituted a case in court challenging its outcome? Well, I'm not aware of who stormed out of the venue. It was Professor Tund Adeniran? I didn't see him storm out of the venue. In any election, there'll be a winner and there'll be losers. Only one person can win. And we expected that some people would feel hurt because they lost. And that was why we constituted the first Convention Reconciliation Committee, and it has been very active, and among others, they visited Professor Adeniran himself. I watched it live when they visited him. And he made positive remarks. I've not had the chance to speak with him to know whether he stormed out of the venue. Yesterday, of course, I saw in the news one of the aspirants alleging exclusion. Not that there were things done basically wrong. And from one of the news I read, his grievance was that one of his names was misspelt. I don't know how I saw it, and I saw where his name was clearly written. I don't know in which of the polling booths his name was misspelt. He said one of the names, not the entire names, was misspelt. And we know that voters even sometimes write just one name. If they have 3 names, you may be Drive A, B, C, voters would just write Drive A, Drive B, or Drive C, because the level of literacy of voters differs. Still, the votes are counted as long there is a name that corresponds with the person standing for election. As long as you can know the intent of the voter, such votes are usually counted for the person intended by the voter. So, to be honest, I don't know at which polling booth this happened because 4 polling booths were used. He didn't say that Prof was not there. He didn't say the second name was not there. The last name was what he said was misspelt. I didn't see anything like that where I voted. And in any case, anybody can type or print out any kind of paper like that if somebody wants to start an issue where it doesn't exist. I was not in charge of the election because the committee was there, but I know that based on report, nobody was excluded. All the candidates were announced to the delegates at the venue for each of the offices, and INEC was given the names of all these people standing for election. Those who withdrew at the venue, their letters of withdrawal were read. As a matter of fact, at the venue also, a document signed by Ladaha on behalf of all the aspirants from Southwest was circulated by him that all the aspirants from Southwest had withdrawn for Adeniran. If that confused voters not to vote for Professor, I wouldn't know. Maybe that was why he got 0. Maybe his people from Southwest that were going round saying they had only one candidate might have made people not to waste their votes and rather cast their votes for Adeniran instead of splitting their votes between the Professor and Adeniran. I don't know what really happened.